Good afternoon, dear judges. I am Faruq Alauddin Zaini from Sman 1 Lamongan. I will tell you why I think that imprisoning people that use gamble or play gamble is better than rehabilitate them in a house that specializes in social service and skill training, or should I just call them a service house? The Cambridge Dictionary says that gambling means the activity of betting money, for example, in a game. And our very laws say that whoever play over or giving a chance to gambling will get at least 10 years sanction in prison and also be charged 25 million rupiah according to KUHP first 303. I believe that prisoning people that gamble is better than rehabilitate them at the service house. Therefore, I will give you four of my points why I think so. First, putting them at the service house will just let them underestimate the risk of gambling. Because service house is not the same as prison, there are various things that makes prison more terrific than a service house, making a prison will not get underestimated by them who play gambling. And what is this various thing that make prison more terrific than a service house exactly? Number one, we have the facility. I think we all know that prison facility is not very fun. Number two is the social isolation. Of course, people who go to prison will miss their home or family, and many more. It will take a lot of time to explain all of them. Some may say, but fear alone won't fix the root of problem. Well, that is why my second point is about rather than giving them skill training at the service house, why we don't just give them training in prison. I never say that I disagree with skill training. I just disagree with giving them training at the service house. That they just gonna feel with an understatement. I think that giving them skill training in prison gonna be way more effective. Some may argue prison is a bad environment for learning, and in fact the UNICOR program says otherwise. UNICOR has an experiment where the participants of the experiment 24% less likely reduced and 40% had better post-release employment outcomes than non-participants. My third point is the required budget. We all know that our beloved country, Indonesia, is full of corruption. Therefore, to equally build a service house in Indonesia, our beloved country, is going to be very difficult. Therefore, applying skill training in prison will be more effective in funds. And it won't make a bad product either. As I stated before in my second point, the Unicorn have proved it will the result of 24% not committing another criminal activity and 14% had better post-release employment outcomes than non-participants. Some may say corruption already exists in prison, but prison already exists and operate unlike service house, which means it will be more effective in saving funds. My fourth point, fairness and justice. People who play gamble often destroy family financially, causes debt traps, and fuels criminal networks. Based on that, we can come to a conclusion that gambling is not a victimless crime, rather a crime that will cause problem and conflict to people that are around them. Some may say that imprisoning them is also causing violence, but the violence is already there, so what's the point? And it's proven by a group of researchers in 2013 where they say that over half of family members reported experiencing family violence within the past 12 months, with 34.2% indicating it was linked to the gambler's behavior. In conclusion, we can clearly see that imprisoning gambling offenders is far more effective than placing them in a service house. First, a prison carries a real deterrent effect that a service house will never achieve. Second, skill training can still be applied in prison. And third, prison will rehabilitation program is far more realistic than building a new network of service house. And finally, gambling is not a victimless crime. It destroys families, fuels, and debts, and even lead to abuse and divorce. Justice demands that offenders face real consequences, not just mild treatment. As the philosopher Cesare Beccaria once said, the certainty of punishment, even if moderate, will always make a stronger impression than the fear of a more severe one that is never enforced. Thus, prison with real consequences and the possibility of skill rehabilitation inside is the most effective and just two ways with gambling offenders. Thank you for your time. I'm Faruq Alauddin Zaini from Sman Lamongan.